Now, he says this. There are so many beautiful women in the world, especially these days. Even when you get you a bad chick, soon as you got her, you see another one you think is better, then you gotta have that one and repeat this process until you've lost them all one by one. Find your wife and delete Instagram. So the game sees Instagram as the problem. I think that we have a lot of issues. I don't think that it's just Instagram. I mean, you got other apps as well, but Instagram is I would say for a lot of guys that are well known, right? Like the game, Instagram may not be the best thing because you get these bad chicks as he says. And what happens? You lose them. You lose these chicks. You lose these chicks as soon as you get them. And he knows a thing or two about that. Make sure y'all like the stream. These guys, you see these athletes, right? They date this Instagram model, that Instagram model for years, right? And what do they get out of it? They get, a couple kids out of wedlock, maybe, right? Chick here exposing you, this chick exposing you. Drama. You got to deal with her, getting, hit on by other guys like Trey Songz. like Trey Songz. So I can see what he's saying. Like, yeah, you see bad chicks out here. You want to date them. You want to smash. But at the end of the day, those women aren't going to be there. But with who will be there are the women who are there for you for the long haul, right? Those are the women that's going to be there for you. Not these females you meet on Instagram that, yeah, they look good aesthetically. They all go to the same doctors, right? They all go to the same doctors. They all have the same look, right? But a lot of times what people got to understand is whenever you have individuals like the game, people are not going to take them seriously. And I can understand it because look at his dating life. Look at who he's been with. Look at the fact that he's very quick to name names in regards to the women that he deals with. He's very quick to name names and talk about who he's been with, right? So when you look at him now, I'm guessing he's single now, right? And he's getting older, right? His career is winding down. He's not seen the same way. What's good, Ms. Lakers? Make sure y'all like the stream. And maybe he's looking at it as a way to give wisdom to other men that he didn't necessarily have himself. It's always, and I said this in my video about Ricky Smiley. I said it's good for the older males to want to be father figures and want to give good advice. Right? Shout out to Mr. Wright. And also shout out to earlier, Shot 87 with the super chats. It's always good when these guys can pass down wisdom and give good advice. Because a lot of these guys need it. A lot of these guys need it. And I think that he's coming to the realization of, you know what? It's not the lifestyle I really want anymore. I don't want to live that bachelor lifestyle anymore. I want to be able to be single. No, not be single. I want to be able to have somebody who's there with me. Look at Snoop Dogg. Say whatever you want about Snoop Dogg. You know, he's straight out of that marriage. We all know this. But he can always rely on the fact that his wife is going to be there. And I'm not here to tell y'all you should get married. I know a lot of you going to do whatever it is you want to do. But I think the game is coming from a place of regret. I think he realized that chasing all those females, yes, it was good at one point, but right now you're by yourself. You don't really trust women like that anymore. That you may have lost some good women along the way. And I've heard women say it. Like I've heard women say how much they regret the choices and men that they made, and how they allowed the good men to go away because they felt like they did not deserve a good man. I've had a woman tell me this. I've had a woman tell me that she felt like she didn't deserve a good man. And when she got into a relationship with a good man, she ended up sabotaging that relationship, leaving that relationship. And she felt remorse over that because in her mind, she still got options. She still got options. She still wants to be in these streets. But wouldn't you, especially if you're a woman that's getting older, you're a woman that has children, you should not be in the streets talking about you got options, okay? Because your options are more limited than you think. But too many women nowadays think they have all the options in the world. And the thing is with men is that we hold the keys to a relationship. No matter how good most of these women on social media may look to y'all, or profile pics on YouTube may look to y'all. But one, do those women actually want to be with you like that? And two, the fact that us as men, we definitely do hold the keys to a relationship. And women know this deep down. They know this. This is why, you know, they choose to date the guys who are considered more alpha early in their life and marry the guys who are more considered beta. You know, it's because they want to have fun with the crazy, never know where their mind is type guys, right? And then they want to settle down with a guy who's going to allow them to take control of the relationship, because for so long they were with guys who held the control, guys who slept with a whole bunch of other women who weren't faithful, right? And I just think that when you look at where we are, man, the women, there's an overabundance of women who will be considered attractive with nice bodies all over social media. You got these guys thirsting for them. You got guys thirsting for women in chat rooms, profile pics. So we all know where the mindset of these guys are. We know what their mindset is. We know what their mindset is. So for the most part, I would say guys like the game is trying to give game to younger guys, but I don't know if marriage would be the thing. Now, marriage is an individual guy and what he chooses to do, right? If he chooses to marry, that's on him. But there are guys that say, you know what? I'm about being a bachelor, which is fine. But I think in the game's mind, he feels regret. I think he feels regret. That's why I think he's saying this now. But see, that's the reason why you have to take the time to really see your situation. Because when you're a famous rapper, you known for name dropping women's names, you can't fall back now. Shout out to Yeet or Be Yeeted. I see what he's saying. But no, men need to focus on their ambitious goals until they're able to attract high value women. IG girls are not good choices. I would say that, but again, a lot of these guys, right? A lot of these guys don't really have the type of women that they see on social media. They don't see those type of women at home in their city like that. So they go and they give these women their undivided attention. Why do you think OnlyFans is taking off? You know, we're valuing women based off their looks instead of valuing them based off what they can do as far as a relationship is concerned. But I think the game feels a bit of regret that he wasn't able to marry the right woman, that he got with all these bad chicks, but guess what? Those bad chicks ended up leaving him to get with somebody else. And I think that's what you got to look at. You got to look at the fact that for the most part, guys like the game, they understand they have a certain lifestyle and they're okay with that lifestyle until they're coming home to an empty house, right? They don't really trust the women that they're with. They feel like the women are going to use them for a come up, which is what happens. Look at Lori Harvey. She's using all these guys for a come up. It's a come up to them. And he knows it. And he's tired of being used for that come up for all these Instagram models, right? So he's saying, you know what? Instead of just being on IG and chasing these women, get you one that's going to stick by you. Get you one that you can marry. Because what I'm seeing ain't it. And of course, a lot of these women look good. They're going to look good for the cameras. But what he's saying is like, listen, you got to look for more than just the outer look. Because that chick can be complete trash. And, outside of the pictures, could be complete trash. So.